Let's take a look at how the 2024 projected vote share, lovely tea gardens of that beautiful state of Assam, BJP 42%, others 11%, Congress 35%. If you ever want to understand how Indian politics has changed in the last decade, look at Assam. The BJP used to be a marginal force, tagged along to the Assam Gana Parishad at one stage. Today, it is the #1 party. Congress is reduced 7% behind in the state of Assam. How is this translating into numbers as per the Axis My India exit poll? These are the numbers. 14 seats on offer, BJP 9 to 11. So the same as last time. Congress 2 to 4, others 0. This is virtually the same as the situation last time. Himanta Biswa Sarma is hoping, he was telling me, to get at least 12 out of 14. But that's not happening as per our polls. And it would be interesting, Rahul. Rajat Sethi, you're the man from the Northeast who tracks it. Are you surprised by these numbers or expected lines?
So I think it was in 2016 when I was leading the campaign there, and that's how the foundations were laid, which are permanent foundations, by the way.
Bhi ek dal diya. Pradeep Gupta, all of us are becoming marketing.
I mean, I'm just saying that, things have gone up and down, but not in the Northeast. And you will see that in across states, right from Arunachal, Manipur, Assam, everywhere. The story is same. All leaderships successively have not paid attention to the Northeast. That is the singular thing that affects people, that there is somebody sitting in Delhi who cares about
Rajat Sethi, you have Congressified the BJP across the Northeast. Where is Himanta Biswa Sarma? Aapne le liye sabko apne party mein. You are Congress Yukt. BJP today, Northeast is Congress Yukt.
Congress Yukt, but minus the Congress ideology. Congress ideology has been left and it is right now rotting in the Northeast. And let me tell you over there, they have very carefully ensured that AIUDF doesn't partner with the Congress. The Muslim base that is there, which is, by the way, 40% Muslim base, compared with West Bengal, and still BJP manages to sweep those many seats, is a lesson, is a case study for BJP to manage such high minority seats.
Yes.
2 points. First, I think in Northeast, the party which dominates in New Delhi, they also dominate in Northeast. And this has happened in the past when Congress was, even UPA was in...
Assam was a bit of an exception though. Assam used to be an exception.
Tarun Gogoi was leading in Assam and Atal Bihari Vajpayee was there in
Assam was an exception, but go ahead.
By and large, that has been the trend. Second, I think what has been happening, where Rajat is right, that in Northeast, some states are going to have a very, very solid BJP base, even when BJP is going to lose, say, at the central level, because a new kind of politics has emerged there.
In the interest of transparency, I want to show our viewers the live YouTube concurrence just at this moment, and I did some very basic maths. I added up all our competitor channels. So I added up all our competitor channels. You can see that on the screen right now. If you add up the live concurrence at this moment on Republic, Network 18, Times Now, NDTV, Vion, First Post, ANI, Mirror Now, and Crux, and you look just at India Today TV. So on your screen right now, you look just at India Today television, you will see that that red line, more dominant than even the BJP's vote share graph in most states, because even when you add up all the competition and multiply it into 2, it still falls well short of this graph, which is running away with the exit poll coverage. I don't even know what to say, but we're very, very thankful. This is domination of a kind Indian television hasn't seen ever before. To be more than twice all your competitors. Rajdeep, you're feeling bad that you never had this kind of domination earlier. Is that what this is about?
I'm not going to even go down that route. I have been told by my producer, can we go quickly through the Northeast states? And that's the problem. The moment you come to the Northeast, people say, jaldi khatam karo, which is unfortunate. Because at 9 o'clock, we have to come to our home state, or some of our home states of Maharashtra. But let's quickly go one by one. These are fantastic figures that Rahul has put up. He's mastered the art, like all of them who go to Harvard, whether it's Pradeep Gupta or Rahul. They know when to market themselves and the channel, which is great. Okay, let's go quickly. Tripura, 2 seats on offer. And remember, here too, we've seen churning that's taken place. The Tipra Mota has joined the BJP not too long ago. 2 out of 2. Is in Tripura. No surprise there. Pradyut Dev Burman also joining hands with the BJP. Let's come.
Biplab Dev, former CM, also comes back.
That's right. Biplab Dev comes back to Parliament. He was removed from the chief ministership, which is another story how he was removed. Rajat is smiling. BJP in Sikkim. Here it is the Sikkim Democratic Front, presumably, which is the one party which is leading, but it will be part of the NDA or the NEDA alliance, the Northeast Democratic Alliance. Let's turn to Nagaland. Now, Nagaland is 1 seat again on offer. This seat it appears, as per the Axis My India poll in Nagaland, is going to the Congress party. So the Congress is winning the one seat of Nagaland. Let's turn to Mizoram. The lovely state, Aizawl, has the most beautiful roads, very, very clean. I haven't seen cleaner roads than in Aizawl. BJP, this seat going to the Congress. So the Congress winning in Mizoram, winning in Nagaland, BJP winning in Tripura. Let's turn from there to Meghalaya. Meghalaya, one seat on offer, two seats on offer, if I'm not mistaken, in Meghalaya. And those two seats at the moment are going one to others, which is the NPP, I'm presuming, of Conrad Sangma, one seat to the NDA, but he should be presumably put within the NDA khata. So two seats. We'll have to see who the other is there. We'll check that in a moment. Let's turn to Arunachal Pradesh, where, remember, interestingly, tomorrow we'll have assembly elections, so we'll be counting that too. BJP leading in both. So Prema Khandu, also former congressman. Every time I say that, Rajat seems troubled that these congressmen who've embraced BJP ideology doing rather well. Both the seats going to BJP. But there is Manipur, which I'm going to ask my producers to also tell me in a moment. There are two seats on offer in Manipur, but in the meantime, we're moving to J&K, and then we'll come to Manipur. In Jammu and Kashmir, remember, this is a state which is hoping, a union territory hoping to get statehood once again, go to the polls in September, all going well. 5 seats on offer. Interesting. India Alliance leading in 3, that's the seats in the valley. NDA leading in 2, presumably that's Jammu and Udhampur. So you've got the states still split apart in that sense. And we've got 1 seat in Ladakh. And here there's a bit of a turnaround, because this is the 1 seat which is actually being won by the Congress, was won last time by the BJP. We'll try and get those Manipur numbers for you also in a moment. There were 2 seats on offer there in Manipur. But net-net, the BJP continues to hold these northeast seats very strong. And that's the interesting thing, Rahul. Small union territories, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, northeast, all of them add up. There was a time when the Congress would dominate these seats. Now the major national party, the BJP, they dominate these seats. And we've reached, Rahul, 287 out of 543. So we've crossed the halfway mark. The BJP has touched 200. So the BJP with UP, Bengal, Maharashtra, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, still to come, has reached halfway around 192.
Dr. Abhishek Singhvi is joining us now, senior leader of the Congress party. Dr. Singhvi, welcome. This poll seems to be suggesting that the BJP is doing well in areas where even those in the BJP weren't certain, in states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, the BJP making inroads. In Karnataka, they're holding on. What are you making of the numbers of the exit poll that have been put out so far, Dr. Singhvi?
Okay, let me start by congratulating India Today and both Rajdeep and you, because whether you congratulate the Congress or the BJP, you certainly need to congratulate the exit polls you're doing on yourselves, which shows that you are viewed more than anybody else.
Put together.
That's very sweet of you. Aapke muh mein ghee shakkar. How nice, Dr. Singhvi. What a lovely way to start. Very nice. Thank you.
Number 2, if the figures which you are giving and some others are giving are true, then of course it is very depressing. Let me start with a very candid caveat. Actually, I rate your Mr. Pradeep Gupta very highly. He's one of the few psephologists whom I believe has a very earthy approach, and he's more accurate than the others. But we cannot go away from the fact that a lot of exit polls, not opinion, but exit polls have also been wrong, woefully wrong. With that caveat, I will tell you why I think that this is not so. Today, when they sat together, they spent a whole day going state by state and came up with a figure in the India Alliance meeting of 295. There also a lot of thought went to it, a lot of analysis went into it from local people. And it gave 220/235 to the BJP, which was also announced. Secondly, I think that, there is an overstatement in a lot of places. I was in Bangalore, even the worst critics, even some BJP people said that it will be double digit or worst scenario 9. I find that there is an overstatement. Maybe in all the 60 seats of Kerala and Tamil Nadu put together, you may get 1 stray seat, but you're getting many more in the polls. I think that's where these correctors, and also I...
No, but if our numbers, Dr. Singhvi, you're a good lawyer. You're fighting a bad case, but you're a good lawyer. If our numbers are right, where would all the worthies who sat at Mallikarjun Kharge's house have gone wrong?
Well, if your numbers are right, obviously the winner is known. That happens in every contest. I think again with a very big if, without accepting your if, but yes, on that big if, we fought the good fight. We fought as well as we could. We fought probably with far less resources and far more odds against us. But I don't accept the numbers at the moment.
Okay, you don't accept. Preeti has a question for you. Preeti, go ahead.
Again, with the caveat, if these numbers hold, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, then will there be a rethink in especially how the Congress campaign? You went with the pitch of the caste census. You constantly hit on it. You were there saying the same things during the state elections. It didn't work then. You carried the same narrative forth in the general elections. Will there now be a rethink on how you've approached these elections?
Any defeat leads to a very serious introspective rethink. There is no doubt about that. And if your figures translate into the real defeat, yes, it's obvious. There will be a huge churning process. I don't think
in choice of leadership for the Congress, sir.
Those are all things to be decided.
Because the buck has to stop somewhere.
It's a very defeatist, hypothetical approach which I don't want to get into. I'm only saying this, that you are all giving, where there is a saturation state, where there is an existing sweep, you are giving complete sweeps to Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh. It defies laws of probability and logic. It can happen, but I don't think it is happening. I don't think any good reason is given for that. Bihar, you are overstating Nitish Kumar, who should have gone down much more. You're giving him pretty good numbers. Telangana, yes, we believe that they will gain some seats, but not the way you have put us behind. So all this, I don't think adds up to all that very much. And to discuss, what we will do, how we will change our leadership, is a very defeatist approach, which I'm not going to get into with you at the moment.
Okay, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, we'll have you back with us on verdict day, and maybe then you can be a little bit more outspoken about where your part.
We'll all be more realistic that day. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, we'll all be more realistic. No problem. I want to rush through, though, as we approach 9 o'clock. And remember, the big state of Maharashtra, big state of Uttar Pradesh, big state of Bengal still to come. Let's go through all these states very carefully. Picture abhi baki hai, mere dost. Let's turn to Manipur, because Andaman and Nicobar Islands. First, this seat going to the BJP. As I said, BJP has gone into the smaller union territories very successfully in this election. Let's turn to Manipur. I keep repeating this because it's gone through much trauma. It's got floods now. It had terrible ethnic violence a year ago. Congress is winning one. Now, that's interesting because most people thought that the BJP will win, and my friend Rajat will know better. The BJP would win the Meitei-dominated seat of Imphal, and the outer Manipur seat would probably go to the Naga party. The Kukis do not have that much of population to change the demographics of that seat. Are you surprised with what is happening in Manipur? 1-1?
I think so. I'm surprised here largely because I still don't see the organization. See, this election was a very unique and a special election in Manipur. There was violence. You couldn't go out and do campaigns. It was only household to household campaigns. And
which would be the seat if the Congress won?
It's the valley. It's the valley area.
It would win the valley, not the outer Manipur seat, surely.
No, outer Manipur Congress.
So the Naga party would win that. Which we are saying.
So NDA alliance was supposed to win the outer.
So if the Meitei vote has gone to the Congress,
because there was a JNU professor who stood very sharply for the Meitei rights, actually going in and contesting.
And he was given the Congress
ticket. And he didn't have the organizational base at all because he was living in Delhi.
So who knows?
Yeah, who knows exactly.
But remember, if this result
BJP had the sitting education minister come in and contest, Basanta, and he himself is
a very fine candidate.
Very fine, very educated, very well respected. And I believe
former police officer, if I'm not mistaken.
Former IPS officer as well. So it's an interesting thing.
Okay, so Manipur could throw up some interesting results if our Access My India exit poll holds.